And as you're breathing in and breathing out, feel as if you're breathing in and out through your crystal in the palms of your hands. Breathing in, breathing out through your crystal on the palms of your hands. Welcome the slight tingling, vibration, pulsation, something that you're feeling with your crystal as you're breathing one breath with it. Welcome the crystal in your life, saying, I'm so thankful that you chose me and I chose you. And we could be buddies. Welcome the sensation the crystal is giving you in the form of a feeling, a thought, a pulsation. In any form your crystal is communicating to you right now. Just welcome it. The vibration of a crystal is subtle compared to any other vibrations that we are aware of, but once you are sensitive enough, you will know. And now, gently come back to me, thanking a crystal. This was a small alignment exercise aimed at connecting you to the crystalline energies. So, I'm going to start now, and hoping all your consciousness is here in the here and now with me. If you have your mics on, I'm going to request you to turn it off for a while, and when we start discussing or asking questions and stuff, I would ask you to turn it back on, and we'll see how it goes. This topic, 1 hour is so small for what we are going to discuss today, because crystals came in my life roughly around the year 2014, I guess. After I did my Reiki level 1, my Reiki teacher used to create this beautiful altar full of crystals and flowers, and they were so pretty. And before that, I didn't know much about them, so I would just watch them and walk by. But when I actually did my level 1 and saw her altar and how she works with crystals and wears them and stuff, I got intrigued, obviously, first with the beauty, and then slowly, as I started to collect my own, I started to realize how amazing they are. So it all started out of just an exploration. I had no idea, no promises made to me what crystals could do. I had no idea whatsoever about it. And months later, I would do my first crystals class again with the same Reiki teacher, and that too, I would say, was just the tip of the iceberg, because what crystals can do for you is something which is going to take a while to explore. There's so much more. The courses would only introduce you to the surface, and the depth is up to you how you reach. Anyone who has done this course with me, and I'm sure some of you have, may know that the topics that are covered are they give you an entry into this beautiful world. But there's so much. They are beautiful, they are amazing, and there are so many of them. So one of the questions that people ask is, how do I know this crystal is for me? And that's an interesting question, because for me, I have always noticed that there was never a crystal which was not for me. Honestly, I'm crazy about them. So when I see crystal, I'm like, oh my god, it's so cute. It's totally gorgeous, it's totally amazing. And I would start like how if somebody loves a puppy and they would go and start petting that cute dog and on the street or stuff. I'm like that with crystals. They are totally cute for me. So, any one crystal that you would say is right for me is probably not the right way of approaching the crystal kingdom. Um, Now, these beings that are crystals, they have formed over thousands of years, and some of them are as old as Earth, I guess. And they are the record keepers of so much of ancient wisdom. So we can see them, and we see them as rocks, but they are very, very sentient. They have awareness, they have consciousness, they have a purpose, they have what I would like to say a passion. They came here with a purpose, and the purpose is to serve, to gift the right vibrations to the world, to people, to the ones who seek and one who don't, to just gift it unconditionally. And they have developed over the years with all these powers. Different ones of them could be of different powers. So for example, you could go to like different healers, and one person would be a theta healer. So this person would connect to the creator's plane and would hold your hands and would scan you and stuff. And then you would go to a reiki healer, and this person's gonna lay their hands on your chakras, and they're gonna like pass an energy which is gonna feel really good. And you could go to a counselor, and they're gonna talk. And then you're gonna go to a hypnotherapist, and you're gonna be like lying down, eyes closed, and you would be visualizing stuff. So just like how different therapists have different approaches, different modalities have different way of going about, different crystals have different powers. And each of these crystals come with so many gifts that it's probably not possible for a person to know all that they can do. We can only discover as much as we can. So one of the most important question is, how do you start, what to do, how to go about. And I would go ahead and say something really crazy, and that is, don't start by reading what each crystal does. As crazy as that sounds, there are tons and tons of articles on Google and whatnot. But what it only does is it creates like this. I mean, read after you have explored a little on your own. So it's going to create like a sort of a limitation in your head as to what each crystal can do. Like everybody will say, oh, I need some love in my life, let's have some rose quartz. And and that's about it. So rose quartz as a crystal can do a lot more than just bring love in your life. But everybody is just all about, oh, love, okay, rose quartz. Protection, okay, black tourmaline. So they are much more than what these one line labels are about them. So, and if I read something about a crystal, I'm gonna go by that crystal with an expectation for it to do exactly that. Now we as humans are very complex. So let's say I don't have love in my life, not because of a blocked heart chakra. Maybe I don't have love in my life, maybe because I have a blocked throat chakra and I can't express my need to be loved. So then it's not rose quartz that I need. I need something else. I need something which can open my throat chakra. My heart is fine. So then the very reason why I'm buying a crystal or getting a crystal, is very different than how websites would put it. So it's a good idea to like read the stuff on crystals after you have explored a little bit on your own. One of the things that I like to do is go to a crystal shop or buy crystals without anything in my mind for the moment, and keep very neutral. As I walk in a store of the crystal, I'm going to look around, and I'm going to see a crystal which I can't just take my eyes off. Now, this may not be one of the most prettiest pieces, or sometimes it may be. Or it may just be like, a very rough rock, like, let's say, like this one. This one is a very rough rock. It doesn't have any polishing done on it. But if you notice, it's it's like somehow it's heart shaped. So I noticed that later it came as a bulk. So when I go and I'm gonna look at all these crystals, there are a few which are gonna make me feel like I just cannot walk out without them. I have to have them. And that's when I'm gonna say, okay, yeah, this is the one I wanna get today. So that's one of the ways in which you can choose the right crystals, is that the crystal has absolutely caught your attention and you feel like you have to have it. There's no other way out of this. And not necessarily, let's say a clear quartz got your attention, and a clear quartz looks like this. It looks like ice. It looks like literally like ice. So let's say a clear quartz got your attention, and you're like, okay, clear quartz in this shop is a bit expensive. I may need to find it somewhere else where it's a little cheaper. No, that's not how it works. That specific clear quartz called you. So you're not gonna go out there and look for cheaper options. That's not how it works. So I'm not saying go all the way and buy, like I sometimes spend all my salary on it, but still it's just that the crystal that called you is the crystal that called you. So you can't just go out and find the same kind and think it's going to do the same job. That's not how it works. Uh, so that's one thing. That's one way of looking for finding the right crystal. Now let's just say that I have an intention, a specific reason why I want to buy this crystal. So let's say in my mind I decide, I someone's mic is on. Can you please turn it off?
Aren't you going to the relaxing room?
Oh, that's a child. Okay. So where was I? Yeah. So let's say I have an intention in my mind and I just want to buy a crystal so that I could improve my intuition. And and a lot of people say, okay, buy this stone for intuition, that stone for intuition. Again, I'm gonna say, don't go by that. Never go by that. So I'm gonna go look for a crystal in a shop. So all the times I'm saying this, I'm aware that I'm saying that I'm gonna go to a shop, and I'm aware that we sometimes buy stuff online. So I'm gonna come to that. So yeah, I'm gonna like go look in the shop, and I'm gonna have my intention set that I wanna get a crystal which is gonna help me with my intuition, so that my third eye, my psychic abilities can become better. And with that thing in mind, I'm gonna go look in the shop, and if there is one crystal that's gonna help me, it's gonna pull me towards it. And I'm just gonna go towards that pull. It's like an invisible pull. You just wanna go check something out, and then you pick one, and then you're like, wow, this is it. This is it. So what I'm trying to say here is that you have to follow your feelings. That's what I'm saying. So, in order to choose the right crystals, you don't want to go by your date of birth or astrology, because that's too complicated for me. I mean, some of you have actually studied astrology and you can do great at it, but for me, it's too complicated. It's like, it's too much. And plus, again, there's a lot of generalization around it. So, it works. It works. I understand. But if you go by your feelings, you might just get the right thing. So yeah, always follow your feelings when it comes to crystal. Sometimes, let's say there's a piece of a bracelet of a crystal that I always wear, and every morning I just wear it and then I just go out. Okay, so that's just my routine. Now this is not how it works with crystals. As I said, they are sentient beings. They have awareness, they have consciousness. So you can't just decide to wear something and wear it and go without even following your feelings, because sometimes that crystal that you wear every day is too tired, it's too exhausted, and it needs to be rested. There are some people who have not removed a piece of crystal from them for years, and I always, like, when I look at those crystals, I kind of feel that the energy is drained. And if they are drained, you are drained, because you it's so close to your body, you may always feel what they're feeling. So how do they even heal us? Because they have high vibration, they give it to us, and we get high vibration. So if they have low vibration, what do you think is going to happen? Right. So when you are, you have to have like a selection of choices when it comes to daily crystals. So you have like if you are a wearer, like if you wear jewelries and stuff, and if you slip the crystal down your clothes or stuff like that. So I do that. So I have like a whole selection of crystals, like in the form of tumbles and stuff that I have, which I would put on, and I have uh, the bracelets and the rings and other stuff that I use. So I'm gonna like have that selection around me, and I'm gonna like ask which one of you today. So we don't know what's ahead of our day sometimes, right? So we don't know what kind of people we're going to sometimes face, what's going to happen. We might not know. I don't know what kind of clients are going to come or what kind of sessions going to open up for me. Everything is, opening up as it's opening up. But because of our psychic abilities, we know, like when we connect to, okay, when we ask the specific question, which one of you today? So you might get attracted to a certain one. And then as the day goes by, you will realize this was exactly how the day went. The crystal was the right one throughout the day. Because maybe today I had to talk a lot. So I needed something for my throat. Maybe today I needed to be very grounded for all the sessions or all the work that I have to do. So I was connected to one which would ground me. So never get crystals like, out of any other reason but this. Always ask your crystal, which one of you would support me today? Which one of you would like to come to me today? You give it an element of choice and respect it as a sentient being. And you also connect it to in the year end now. So that's another one of my suggestion to you when you are working with your crystals. Now, moving on to some of you are aware of different types and varieties of crystals and what they do, etc. I'm going to cover that just a little bit uh, to help you, uh, get in touch with a few. So if you are writing down, you can write down up to you. So one of the most popular ones that people that you have to have in your kit, that if you are a crystal person, or if you're starting, you have to have like some which are very basic. Okay, so one of them is lapis lazuli. It's like this beautiful blue color crystal that looks like somehow night sky with stars on it, and the stars which are shining in golden light, because there's a blue and there's some sort of like grayish green, and then there are like these specks of gold on it. And it's one of the very beautiful crystals to look at. Lapis lazuli is one of the crystals that I tell my students is a must have. Why? It's one of my favorites. So it number one, it's good for intuition. So it's very intuitive and it helps you improve your intuitive abilities. You can wear it, put it on, or one of my favorite ways to use lapis lazuli is to place them under my pillow when I sleep. It's called the stone of dreams. So it's going to help you dream. And some of you who have difficulty dreaming might just want to have the stone. It will help you dream and it will help you remember your dreams. Also, a stone which is very good for space cleansing. Many people don't know this about lapis, but lapis is one hell of a space cleanser. So what you do is you can place a lapis on one of your chakras. I usually place it on my third eye. So I really like the shape of a pyramid for many reasons. So if you are investing in a lapis, I would say go for one that's shaped like a pyramid or a wand. Wands are an absolute favorite of mine. So mine is like a rough crystal, which is naturally sort of in a shape, a triangular shape. Again, a chance factor why I have this shape. So what I do is I just place it, and my students have done that as well in many of my class. So you just place it on your third eye, look like a cute unicorn, and just lie down and close your eyes. And just stay there and let it do its job. You're gonna feel within minutes as if a lightness took over your body. So first you might feel a little heavy. When it's Can you please write the names on? I am really doing this on my phone. So if I write my name down, I'm gonna be like this. It's a little hard. How about I pronounce it for you? Is that good? Okay, so lapis lazuli, Lapis, lapis, Lazuli, lazuli, lapis lazuli. Cool. So, right. So, if anyone else who did this class with me or are aware of the names and you can type without doing this, Maybe you should do that. So you could support. Yeah. So back to the topic. When you place this crystal on your third eye, you close your eyes and you take a few deep breaths and you allow the crystal to heal you, you're gonna feel a little shift in you, as if like sometimes it feels something very heavy and then out, and it feels absolutely light. It has done a clearing on you. It's a beautiful crystal to do that. So that's one of an amazing crystal that you can have. Now, one of the crystals which a lot of people don't know, which is very good for space cleanse actually, is rose quartz. So it's popular for, like, enhancing beauty, bringing grace in your life, bringing compassion and love. So rose quartz is a crystal. Why I say it's good for space cleanse? Rose quartz is a crystal which vibrates with one of the purest form of love and compassion energy. So if you are vibrating with that energy, you're vibrating very high. And that means that lower energies are just gonna dissipate off you. And if you wear this in toxic places, like if you work at a place, if you work somewhere where the energies are not that good, and if you wear it on those places, it's gonna help you not absorb too much of that stuff. So very, very surprisingly powerful and beautiful, might I say. So yeah,
What is the
rose
name
quartz
of
is
it? What is
rose
the name?
quartz. Rose,
Rose.
ROSE, rose, like the flower rose, and then quartz, quartz, QUARTZ. So that's rose quartz for you. Okay. Uh, One way in which I like to uh, cleanse my space in the house, especially, is to keep my crystals like this. So I don't know how much can you see this. So if you try to see this, what should have? This is a salt lamp which is in shape of a bowl, easily available to purchase. What I did was I removed all the blocks of salt that comes with it, took it all off, and I placed it with crystals. So all sorts of crystals are on it, specifically light colored ones. It's pretty, no? Now, apart from looking gorgeous and serving as my night lamp, it's also a powerful space cleanser. So when you place your crystals like this on a bowl-shaped salt lamp, and this is my own discovery, so I'm so proud of it. So what happens is that the light moves off from these crystals in all the direction in a space. And trust me, it's powerful. That room where you have this bowl is your sanctuary. It's so powerful. It's so good. So I will ask you to invest in a salt lamp like this. So if you have in your house a spot which you like to like sit, meditate, do your sort of activities, spiritual work, place this, and you can put your choice of crystals on it, and that's it. That's so amazing. And apart from it spreading the beautiful crystalline energy in the space, it's also cleansing the crystals because it's a salt lamp, and salts are amazing to clean your crystals. So all the crystals that I need to clear can sometimes just be placed on this, and I turn on the lamp and the light source is passing through the crystals, and it's doing a two-way job. So it's also clearing the crystals and it's clearing the space all at the same time. And the salt is going to absorb all the negative stuff and expel it out. So win-win. Yeah. I'm scared to not knock it out. Okay. So moving on. So one more thing that you can do to cleanse your space with crystals is have a selection of wands apart from pyramids. So wands are, I have like so many. I have 2 year and some year. I may have like more than 10, 15 varieties of them, and I keep buying them because, and I have in different types. So you could have one of the very must have wands that I ask my students that you have to have it is the selenite wand. And I'm gonna try and show it to you. Not this one. Oh, I may have forgotten it, but okay. So this one is okay. So this is a selenite wand which broke, and they break a lot because I use them so much. So this is a selenite wand. It's this crystal looks like a candle, a white candle. Selenite is spelled Selenite. Selenite. Selenite, which means, I think it comes from a Greek word which means moon, and therefore it does look like the light of the moon. Very white, silvery crystal. Selenite wand is like it sort of came in my life as a, it was a chance discovery, let's just say. So there's a story, and I don't know if I should be saying stories while we are doing this webinar, but let's just say it just blew my mind off once. It was a full moon, and we used to like place all our crystals out on the floor. It's a great time for that. So if you have like a space where you can put all your crystals on the night of full moon, they're going to be good for a month. So yeah, so we had like the selenite wand, and my mom was going through some sort of these and my sister who's also a healer, actually she was doing it, and my sister, I don't know how she did it, but she got a selenite wand and she placed it over my mom's ankle like that. And it really sounds unbelievable, and you're going to say I'm bluffing. I don't care, it's true. So she placed it like that, and it's not touching, so it was like on the auric field. And uh, in front of our eyes the boils literally just dried out, and the wand picked out a dark cloud sort of a thing, and it was like dark black smoky on the tip of it. And it was like, we were like looking at it, and I don't know, she was channeling or how she was doing it. She went out and placed it in the moonlight, and dark whatever thing it absorbed moved off. And it was the first time we were like, whoa, this is unreal. This doesn't see what happened. Those like our initial days of doing all these courses. I think we were probably Reiki too at that time. And when she did that, we were like, when she did that, I was like, oh my God, this is to like Google it about selenite and how selenite works. And I realized that this is one of the crystals which does something called psychic surgeries. It is a crystal which has the ability to pull out things from a person's auric field, chakras, body. And ever since then, I started to like study more about it and understand. I ever since I have like had many wands and broken many wands, they break after they have absorbed a lot, and they either break or they lose. That's how crystals work. They either break or they lose. So when that happened, I started to like work a lot on myself with the wand, and I realized that it is very good at pulling the charge out of something. So you can totally like place this crystal over your solar plexus or any of your chakras of your choice, and it's gonna like take away all the stuff. I will advise you not to do it on others unless you have done a course, because it could be really intense to work on someone else. And if you have not been trained on it properly, you may end up everyone's still with me, right? If the crystal breaks, then what do you do with it? Yeah, we get that a lot. So if the crystal breaks, what do you do with it is they come from nature. They have come from Mother Earth, and we return it to Mother Earth. I will thank my crystal, and when it says it wants to go, I'm going to honor it. So look at that. right in front of my eyes. Literally just broke mode. Okay, anyway. So what you do with the crystal is you give it back to Mother Earth. So you can, if you have plants in the house, trees and stuff, you could put your crystals on your flower pot. If you want, you can give it back to the sea, to the ocean. You could give it back to the earth in any way or form. So you could leave it with plants, trees. You could bury it inside the soil. You could give it to give it to the ocean, sea, etc. And that's that. So give it back to nature, one way or the other. That's what you do with the crystals that have either broken, or you want to like, sometimes there are some crystals that are not broken but you have felt disconnected with it for the longest. It's there but you have not connected with that for, and whenever you hold it, it's like you don't feel like connected to it. It's time to gift that crystal, because whatever purpose it had with you is served, or it didn't had a purpose with you, it always belonged to someone that you have to give it to. So connect with that crystal and ask, who should I gift you to, and just gift it to someone, whoever it asks. So, and I have noticed that if you gift crystals, it brings a lot more abundance to you. Many people give crystals for lots of money. So one sec. Sorry. So when you gift crystals, a lot of blessings come to you, because it's like you dig a well and whoever drinks water from that well gets benefit. It's that sort of a phenomena. So it's like it's a good deed that continues. So whatever that crystal is benefiting that other person, you are getting an indirect good vibes from it. So that's why I make it a point to give crystals a lot, or healing products for that matter. uh yeah. So let me see how much time we have. Yeah, we are halfway. Okay, I'm gonna ask you to turn on your mics if you want, and I'm gonna ask you
Hi.
questions before I remember and tell you the next technique that I have. Hi, hi,
Hi.
hello.
I have a question.
Anyone with any questions? Mm-hmm.
Yes. The question is on intention setting and the stores you can find in Dubai for authentic crystals. Can you please elaborate on these 2 points, please?
Cool. Intention setting. You will have to elaborate your question first, because it could have so many
Yes.
explanations.
Basically, I walked into a friend who is newly into crystals, and she's done a
Uh-huh.
bracelet for me. So she's given me a couple of bracelets, and basically she said, hold it and then talk to the crystal, tell it what it needs to be done. I mean, is it that way?
Oh, we can do that exercise. It's a very nice exercise. Okay, I'll try to do that exercise. How it's done. Okay,
So
so
if I'm in
you
case
can each
I'm
hold a crystal.
sure.
So
So if I have a bracelet that I want to wear, say for basically being less stressed at work or
okay.
something of that, how do I do it?
So one important thing to notice, to remember, if you that's basically called programming a crystal. That's the right term for it. And if you program your crystal with your intention, it's very important that nobody else touches that crystal. So it's a total. So you, like these crystals right now, they're not programmed. So I use them for my clients, and they are very used to sessions, and they're very fast because of the amount of time they have been used on clients. But there are some which are very personal to me. So for example, let's say these ones, these three cute lapis lazuli eggs are very, very personal to me, and they have been programmed. I have not programmed them, but once I program them, I cannot let anyone touch them. So that's very important to remember. Okay, now so the first part was intention setting, and the second was where to find them. Okay, so we'll cover where to find them first. There are very authentic shops to get crystals in even in Dubai. I would start to promote my company first and say that Illuminations has a very good collection of crystals, and they are very good at bringing the crystals because they are genuine. Um,
Okay.
we have an online store, so you can check that out.
Okay.
Every year when they open Global Village, they
Okay.
have in Afghanistan pavilion, and sometimes in Saudi Arabia, Yemen. These pavilions have good crystal shops.
Okay, very good. Okay.
So that, and there are, I think I've heard one of my students say that there are shops in Dira. somewhere near Gold Souk or Spice Souk or something, there's a crystal shop there,
Okay.
which you
Okay.
might wanna like. So up to you, and do check illuminations, because when it comes to quality, illumination is very good, and they make sure that the authenticity is not compromised, and they are very good at bringing the varieties of different crystals. They have stocked it as per how even I have asked them, because there are certain requirements for my crystals class, and they have brought in the right stuff, so they are good. Okay, so going back to how to program a crystal or how to put an intention, it's very easy. uh, you might want to pick any one crystal for that,
Okay.
of your choice. Just take any one for now, don't take too many, you have to take one and set up an intention. So don't force your intention on the crystal. Ask the crystal what it's going to give you. Okay, that way it's better. So once you have your crystal in your hand, I would once again ask you to close your eyes.
Okay.
So you have your crystal and you have closed your eyes. Once again, do the breathing exercise. So you are breathing in and out through the crystal. You're breathing in and out through the crystal. Once you feel you're calming down, welcome the silence that comes from within you as you focus on your breath. Now, gently ask the crystal, what gift do you have for me? Wait for it to either speak in the form of your thoughts, give you a feeling or a vision. What gift do you have for me? Now give a gentle command. I request the universe to activate this gift for me. Let's say the crystal said it wants you to give the gift of grounding. I request the universe to activate the gift of grounding from this crystal to me. How many days do I have to wear you for the healing to be complete? Thank you very much. And come back. For whoever who actually programmed their crystal, you might get a number of days, weeks, months that you have to use it. For that amount of time, do not let someone touch it. It's not a big deal if someone touched it, just that you have to reprogram it.
Thank you very much.
Any other questions?
I want to ask you, someone told me that if a crystal, there is a hole in it or something, the energy will be affected.
If there is a, sorry?
Like when there is a hole to make it like a necklace or something, a hole.
So is it like a hole which was accidental, or was it like shaped like that?
No, they made it to make it like for a necklace
Yeah,
or
that's
for,
fine. That's fine. That's fine.
okay.
The crystals have come with that program. They will be cut and shaped into different formats for us to use them. Like a wand is also shaped, but it's so powerful. The
Okay.
bracelets, and it's all okay. That's fine.
Okay. I
Doesn't take
think
away much.
just the crystal, can I show you the crystal? This one, you can see it or no?
That's a lapis lazuli, I guess.
Yeah, I think one of them. I just want to check the name. My friend gave it to me, and I don't know the name.
It does it have this, because on the screen it's difficult to make out, but does it have like this speck of gold in it? Speck of gold?
Yeah, a little bit brown or
Gold?
gold. Yeah,
Very gold like speck of golds.
small, like a tiny.
Glittery gold. Yeah, so
Yeah.
then it's a lapis. If it doesn't have that, then it's a sodalite. They look
Okay.
very similar minus the gold bit. Okay,
Okay. I'll check
so
it.
all right. So I move on to next topic. Anyone, any other questions?
Hi.
Hi.
Do we need to clean them with to smudge them or with the smoke before we use them?
Crystals have an ability to in fact auto cleanse themselves. So if you ever leave your crystals back somewhere in sunlight or moonlight, they will naturally cleanse themselves. The light of the sun or the light of the moon. If for some reason the exposure is not possible in your house for that, then you can place them on a bowl of salt, like dry salt, or
Okay.
you could place them. Yeah, then you can smudge them. Smudging is obviously one of the ways in which you can cleanse the crystal. So you can smudge them. If you are a sound healer, you have singing bowls in your house, the vibration of the sound can also cleanse your crystals.
Okay.
There are
Thank
many
you.
ways. Thanks. So any other question? Cool. So I move to a topic where I need a specific crystal. Can you give me a moment? Yeah. So this is a quartz again. Like, if you know, in movies, those fortune tellers would like gaze at a piece of quartz and then tell you your future. So this is that crystal. But quartz don't show you your future. That it's just quartz has this ability to clear your head. Woof, clean. How does it do that? You have to gaze at it. You have to gaze at it. Now, again, a chance discovery happened where I realized that if there is an active fire, it is more powerful. So either put it on the salt lamp, or I have this small Himalayan salt holder, candle holder. And then what I do is, so let's say there's like a candle inside, I will burn a candle inside, and then I'm gonna like create a sort of barrier so it doesn't completely cover, and the candle would go off if it covers. So I would put like any heavy crystal around here, and then I would put my this one was the best. So, and I would put my quartz crystal here. Now the candle is burning, okay, inside, and the quartz crystal is gonna glow with that candle light. Do not touch it, becomes so hot, you're gonna burn, and then you will be like, Is diamond can clean my energy? Yeah, diamond is a very high quality quartz, let's say high vibrational one. So yes, diamonds are very good at clearing energy. So coming back to my small chance discovery exercise. So you have, like, let's say a Himalayan salt lamp holder. You put a candle inside. You place something on the side for it to hold your clear quartz sphere. You want to get like a nice big sphere. And then as the light is streaming off it, I would cut off all other lights and I'm going to gaze at this piece of quartz as the light goes in. You have no idea how awesome that feels. So I just, when you have crystals, you experiment, and this was just an experiment. So it's amazing. But your head clears and you feel so light, and space clears. Quartz is obviously, it's called a master crystal. It doesn't have a color. It's like very clear. It resonates with the energy of your entire chakra system, your entire body. It's powerful. It can manifest things for you, and it can show you the path sometimes when you're stuck. It's like, let's say these are like chords for me is like, the spiritual glasses. So if you have number and you wear like glasses to see clearly, so these are your spiritual glasses. So I ask people to like keep, how often do you need to clear the crystals? If you have chords in a wand shape, how does it help? Yeah, okay, there are two questions. Okay, so how often do you clear your crystals? You clear them if you have a house where you can just keep your crystals near the window pane, then they are always getting sunlight, moonlight, and they're clear. Crystals don't like to be inside, indoors, in a box on a cold, dark space. No, they don't enjoy that. They like nature. So don't put them in boxes and never open the boxes, sort of, or put them away somewhere and then forget about them. Don't do that to them. They like outside, they like in the open. So spread them around your house and let them have the sunlight, moonlight, so they will automatically keep charging, cleansing, etc. whatnot. How often do you clean it is depending on how much you are using it. So there are some which you are wearing, which you will clear every day. So let's say I'm going to wear my bracelets all throughout the day, and then nighttime I'll put it back near my window, so it will get sunlight, moonlight, nature. And nighttime, if I want to wear a bracelet, I'll have a different set, which is my nighttime bracelets. So they will get enough time. If you are not using them that often, then they don't need clearing that often. So if they are like, there are some crystals which never needs clearing. They are in themselves a cleanser. Like, for example, even selenite, for that matter, is known to cleanse other crystals. So is quartz. Quartz does not require cleansing so much. Rose quartz as well. Someone asked another question. What was it? What was it? How do I read it? How often do you need? If you have chords in wand shape, how does it help? Any crystal which is of a wand shape, you can direct on your chakras. So you're gonna like point it to your chakras, and you're gonna close your eyes. You don't have to touch. It's supposed to be a little away from your body. And you close your eyes and you simply ask the crystal to heal you. And after a while, you will feel the vibration of the crystal starting to heal you. It's kind of very easy and meditative. So you can't do that, while talking to someone or if you're engaged in something. So it's done in meditation. If you are a meditator, it would be a good idea to hold your crystals when you meditate. Uh, how to keep them at workplace? So if you have like a work desk, I would recommend you to keep certain crystals which are very, very good. Okay, I'm gonna show you how it works. One sec. So one of the favorites at work desk are the trees, even in the house for that matter. So these are like trees made out of tiny, cute chip of crystals. And this one specifically is a 7 chakra tree. So you could use that, or you could use like something very specific. If it's a workplace, you want to get an abundance tree. So trees are symbolic of something which has roots, and it brings abundance. It's gonna bring fruits. So work desk trees are amazing. One more favorite of mine on the work desk are these. Both are same shapes. So this is more about the shape than the crystal. Anyone knows this shape? It's called a Shri Yantra. Shri Yantra. SRI Shri YANTRA Yantra. So a Shri Yantra is a crystal, any crystal basically carved in it, but the Shri Yantra is the name of the shape. Uh, it's a pyramid-like structure which is supposed to be a very powerful sacred geometrical figure. It has codes of all the chakras in a human body, and it has codes of ascension. It has codes of protection, grounding, success. You name it, you have it. It's a very powerful structure. So Shri Yantra, YANTRA Yantra. You could have a Shri Yantra on your work desk, and it's gonna bring you a lot of joy, a lot of prosperity, a lot of feeling safe, and whatever else that you're looking for. And don't bring it to your life and then forget about it. Connect with the crystals, breathe with them, like how we did several times today. Breathe with them, connect with them, and tell them your intentions, and just make a silent prayer to God, to universe while you're doing this, and that's gonna do the job, and the crystals are gonna vibrate with that intention and positivity for a long time. So that's that. Well, is there any other question?
Thanks. Do you hold any crystal healing workshops or trainings where
There's one
we can connect
upcoming.
with you in detail?
There's one upcoming, and I had to tell you about it. Although I don't remember what date, what was supposed to be. It's all on the Facebook, Insta, everywhere. So there's a basic and an advanced course in healing with crystals, and the course overall is designed to improve your intuitiveness when it comes to crystals. How to connect to them, how to cleanse them, how to be with them, how to live your daily life with them, working with pendulums, working with wands, working with spheres. It's just a lot of practical exercises of doing it. So the course can be done in person. The course is going to happen online because of we are not doing a group event for a while until this whole situation of virus can be resolved. So I have converted the course into an online version that's going to happen. And you could join it if you wish to. Or any of my students who have done this course with me, you could join this again on a discounted price, because there are changes in the course, and like I've updated a lot, and you are welcome to refresh yourself with it. So that's that. And any other questions regarding crystals? Let me check. I know my crystals are connecting with me as I see a flash of crystal when I'm meditating my mind. How do I develop this communication? What about a bowl on the work desk? It's a very good idea to have the bowl of salt lamp on your work desk with the crystals. When you want to connect with your crystals, I'm asking divine mirror. Okay. So when you want to improve this connection, all you have to do is you have to keep doing it. That's all you have to do. You have to practice sleeping with your crystals and holding your crystals during meditation, and like, carrying them around you, wearing them, expose yourself to them, and experiment with them. Experiment, like, this was a chance experiment, how I understood how quartz clears your space. I didn't even know that it does it until one day it just did it. So can you tell how to use a rose quartz? Okay, now how to use a crystal, any crystal for that matter, would depend on the shape and the size of that crystal. So rose quartz could be like massive rose quartz. It could be pyramids, it could be spears, it could be eggs, it could be bracelets, it could be wands. So it all depends on what you are looking at. If it's a wand, as I already said, you place it on your chakras and ask the crystal to heal you. If it's a spear, you are holding it during a meditation. If it's a rock, you are placing it under your pillow or on your body when you lie down. If it's a jewelry, you're wearing it. Pretty much, that's how you use it. Can you hold more than one crystal in hands together when you want to connect? Oh yeah, totally. When I'm doing like a proper session, and I think now, as with time, 80% of my sessions are all about crystals. Without crystals, I don't think I do a session anymore. So what I do is, if I am in person with the client, they will have all sorts of crystals on their body while I'm healing them, and they are holding some crystals. They have crystals around them, on them. They are like practically in a grid of crystals while I'm healing them. So yes, you can hold more than one, but not for programming them, for healing. Programming crystals is one at a time. So I guess we are almost about to close this, and I'm gonna ask you guys if you have any other questions. Otherwise, we're gonna like do a small closing prayer and be done with it. You could turn on your mics if you want and ask anything. Then I guess I was teaching really well, so you have no questions. Right. Yay. So just join me on a small prayer. Close your eyes if you wish to, like, simply place your hands over your heart, or place them on your lap and holding your crystal of choice if you wish to. We are gonna like send some vibes to Mother Earth. I really wanted to do that last time too, and I just didn't. So just close your eyes and breathe in and out of your crystal again. As I'm holding a piece of Mother Earth on the palms of my hands, this prayer comes from my heart. Dear Mother Earth, I'm so sorry that we've been ignorant and not understanding how to serve you better. And you're an amazing mother, and I want to thank you for being there for us, all of us, for supporting us in ways which we don't even understand. I want to say I'm very grateful to you, and I rely on your support more than I even realize. And I feel that you are holding us all in your warm embrace and calming us down and telling us everything's gonna be okay. You're all safe. You're all loved. And I'm not upset with you. I love you all. You're all a part of me. And I appreciate all your efforts in whatever way you make to make this planet better. That's what you're saying to me, I feel. Thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you so much for all the gifts that you gave us and you're giving us. And I'm going to ask us all to have deep-rooted connection with you, so that we could be more sensitive in our everyday lives to choose better ways of living that's not going to destroy this planet. I'm going to ask all of us, in every small way that you can, to contribute to bring light in Mother Earth. Even if you let go of your anger, you don't know how big a gift that is to Mother Earth, because you removed a block of energy that was heavy and negative. Every time you bless someone, you're bringing light. Every time you clear yourself, you're clearing so many more. There's a chain reaction to whatever you do. Remember that. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of you joining me today. I'm going to look forward to do more work with you guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Bye.